What's up, Big 12 Nation? It is Tuesday night in America. That can mean only one thing. It's time for another edition of your favorite YouTube-centric Big 12 college football show. That's right. It's the one. It's the only. It is the biggest 12 with me, your host, Clint Foster. Wherever you are, thank you so much for making us a part of your Tuesday night. And got a heck of a show for you. All right, we got to talk all things Big 12. Huge game between Cincinnati and Utah. The College Game Day thought it apropos to grace us with their presence. Oh my gosh, we mere mortals. How sweet of them. Yes, they're going to be in Salt Lake City. Also, lots more exciting games to get into. A rematch of the Big 12 championship game from last year. They're looking a little different this time around, but we do got a rematch nonetheless. Texas Tech, potentially troubling trip to Manhattan. We'll talk about that as well and so much more. But before we get into any of it, you know I need something from you. I need you to subscribe to the show, okay? You see it running across the bottom of the screen right there at Big 12 VOCFB. That's where I need 20 more of you to subscribe to get us to 1,000 subscribers. That is the big goal that we're trying to hit on this channel. It's going to help us do a lot more stuff for you. So please do consider subscribing and telling your friends, family, enemies, lovers, all about it. Let's grow this thing. Let's make this thing an international movement. We need biggest 12 fans in Liberia. Okay, let's make it happen. In Malaysia, let's do the thing. Let's grow this brand. Let's grow this best version of college football if we can. All right. So, little scanty on guests today. My options, there were not many of them. A lot of people just not really sticking close to the phones this weekend, apparently. But you know who I do have for you, because he's married to the game, baby. He is married to your enjoyment. Doesn't matter what else is going on. You know he's going to be here with us. Ladies and gentlemen, Brownie is in the building to talk some Big 12 football. Brownie, brother, how you doing today, man?
Oh, it's been a day, and I cannot wait to start talking about football.
Hey, that is the mood. Yes. Time to let all those other troubles wash away. Anything else you got going on, anything else you're thinking about, and just focus on some Big 12 football. That beautiful sport that ruins so many of our weekends, so many weekends out of the year. All right. So before we get to, Eddie Lozano, thank you so much for the super chat, man. Appreciate it. Do you have any videos? Love your work. So nothing new since the documentary. Life is very busy. I am several of you know this. I'm a high school teacher. I also coach middle school football. In addition to this and all of the other things I have going on in my life. So it's been difficult. I've been running a little ragged. I've been running a little thin, burning the candle at both ends for several years doing those videos during the season. And this year I've just been kind of up against it. And I haven't gotten many of them done. But Eddie, I promise you, there are things in the works. There are things that I'm actually talking with a few people about a documentary short right now. And hopefully once the middle school season's over here in 2 weeks, then I'll have a little more free time to do some reaction videos for you. But keep it tuned, keep it tuned on Clint Foster Creations. Whenever I do drop stuff, you'll find it there. And hey, we're here every Tuesday night. So this is where you can still get your Clint Foster fix and Brownie fix, honestly, one way or another, and TCU postgame show. But thank you for the $2, Eddie. Really do appreciate it. Dope and Cope, shall we, Brownie?
Sure.
Okay, let's do it. What is your Dope and Cope of the week? Those of you who are just joining us, you've never watched this show before, welcome. Welcome out from under your rock. This is where we talk about something from the last week that we thought was dope, amazing. We're so excited to shout it out and talk about it, and some people who are coping because, man, something just really sucky happened to them. Brownie, hit us.
I think my dope is Cincinnati beating Baylor.
Yeah.
Still the only undefeated team. Well, them and BYU for at least Big 12 record. Obviously, Cincinnati lost to Nebraska week 1, but I mean, obviously, they're starting to claw back. And I mean, they're in contention. I think that they're almost done with their hardest portion of the schedule. So, depending on the rest of this season, like we could potentially see a non-traditional Big 12 team in the championship game.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, exciting for us, but also not so exciting for the Hateful Eight or the individuals that we stole from the Southwest Conference.
Mm.
But I mean, I think that's kind of dope that we might be able to actually see people that are non like repeaters.
Yeah.
It just means that we're more competitive, top from to bottom. Like we always know that Ohio State or Michigan is going to be in their championship game, and now that there's
Boring.
not, yeah, now that there's not like divisions, now you probably know that it's going to be like Ohio State and Michigan, and now Oregon. Like there's three teams right there, and then the SEC. You always are going to probably have Georgia, and then it's just whoever is going to get destroyed by Georgia.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice to be able to have some form of transparency in the Big 12, even if it's because of the officiating.
Yeah. Yeah. That's always a cope, the officiating.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good dope. I like that dope. What's your cope then?
Oh, dude, there is just way too freaking many
I
copes
know.
this
I
week.
know. I was like, I
There's
got about
just
16 copes.
so many. Um, Arizona State coping right now. I
Mhm.
mean, that's my honorary, I guess. The honorary to my honorary. The other one is Kansas because they're not doing great, Bob.
Yeah, man.
Uh, but like,
17.
yeah,
17 in a row. I mean, we've said it. If they weren't going to beat Kansas State this year, they
you don't know
might
when.
just never do it. It may
Yeah,
never happen ever again.
yeah, and I mean, it looked like a great game. It was
Yeah, at the beginning.
21-14 at halftime.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, the wheels fell off, and Jalen Daniels did Jalen Daniels things. And
Yeah.
I'm not saying he like single handedly lost them that game, but he definitely did not help.
Yeah, well,
Uh,
they Kansas State fumbled that opening kickoff, and I texted you,
yeah,
Brownie. I said, "Here we go! Like this is the year. It's
I was
gonna
like, I don't
happen."
know, I don't know.
And then
Yeah, and then you stopped watching. That's what the
yeah,
problem was. You
that
stopped
probably yeah,
watching.
it's on me. I had some things that I had to do, so I didn't watch the whole game. So yeah, it's
but
probably my fault.
but
Um,
yeah, I'm honestly though like my actual cope are all of these schools firing coaches in the middle of the season.
yeah, man,
I
yeah.
mean, now we can add LSU to that list.
Hmm.
And everybody thinks that they're going to get Lane Kiffin.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but like the cope from all of these universities thinking that they're going to get Lane Kiffin, or they think they're going to pull Nick Saban out of retirement, or they think that they're going to get Urban Meyer back, or
mhm,
that they can pull Harbaugh back from the Chargers back into college football, serve his like half season suspension, and then bring him to the promised land. I'm like, you want a super conference, right? Like
mhm.
these are the teams that want super conferences, and they are firing coaches losing 4 games.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
have like if you want a super conference and it's going to be super competitive, some of you are going to be doormats.
yeah, yeah,
Like
or just mediocre.
yeah, or like you're not going to have any undefeated teams. Like
Mhm.
who knows? Like what are you going to do? Pull a Nebraska with Bo Pelini winning 10 games a season just to fall off the face of the earth?
Yeah,
And I mean, that's where most of these people are tracking. Like, I know that this has obviously been my cope for the past, I don't even know how many freaking weeks, but
mhm.
like, there are still people that are obsessed that they are going to get 2 to 3 of the top coaches, and there's how many positions to fill?
Yeah, yeah.
And do you really think that anybody's going to take a whim on Brian Kelly being their head coach?
No.
I mean, James Franklin, maybe a G5, like
Mhm,
maybe he gets an OCDC position,
mhm.
but like these guys are sitting on millions of dollars. They don't have to coach for a while. They can
No.
go get some cushy job with Nick Saban talking about punting.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and the silly thing is like there are a lot of quality coaches in the G5 ranks, young up and comer guys, a lot of exciting and intriguing options and on coordinators as well. But you've got schools like LSU that are married to making a big splash, right? If it's not a big splash, they're not interested in it. And it's just a very silly way to go about running your program. And this is the other thing too, is there are so many of these schools that are doing this. I mean, I understand. I, I don't know that I'm necessarily there yet. I understand the impetus from a lot of TCU fans wanting to move on from our current coaching staff. But let me ask you this. Do you really want to be competing with Florida and Arkansas and LSU and Penn State and probably Baylor and maybe Texas, like a lot of these schools that are going to be hiring coaches? Do you really want to be in a position where you're competing with all of these schools this year? This is going to be a rough offseason, very competitive offseason. Oklahoma State, right? That's another one. Very competitive offseason for hiring
Yeah,
coaches.
and you also have to think about it this way too. Like some of these schools are gonna want experienced coaches,
Yeah.
right? So do we finally see Dan Lanning move out of Oregon?
Mm.
Like, do we see um
I'd be
Lincoln
shocked if
Riley,
that happened. I'd be shocked if that
right?
happened.
But do we see
Lincoln Riley,
Lincoln
maybe.
Riley come
Yeah.
back to the SEC?
Yeah, maybe.
Like, do we see other coaches maybe that are in more of those other like higher prestige positions come into like the SEC jobs? Like, is
Mm.
there enough money to pull them into there? And then, like on top of that, you have other coaches that are up and coming. Texas State's head coach,
Yeah.
like uh, Colin Klein, that's at TAMU. Like, do you think that they
Summerall at
realistically
Tulane. Right. That's
yeah,
another one.
like do you think that those guys realistically want to go into a hotbed environment like Penn State, like Florida, like LSU, where it's a win now mentality? Like you
Mm.
have to be winning, and if you don't win, your head coaching career might be dead.
Yeah.
Like, do you want that, or do you want to go to like Okie State, where like yeah, they want to win, but they don't have quite as big of a precedence to win a national championship like Florida or Penn State. Like,
Mm.
sure, everybody's goal or expectation is win a natty, but like
Mm.
realistically, do you think that it's better off for the younger coaches to take an Okie State or maybe an Arkansas that Arkansas hasn't been this glorious powerhouse like it used to be?
Mm.
Where the fans know that there's going to be a rebuild, where they
Yeah.
can get excited about a culture guy. Like I know last week we talked about this with uh, our buddy Jayhawker,
Mm.
and it's do you want to build a culture or do you want to win now? Because I
Yeah.
feel like it's one or the other,
Mm.
and you can splash all the money that you want, but Texas Tech still is crumbling sometimes.
Yeah. And they might just have another loss in them, honestly.
Yeah,
Especially
like
with their backup quarterback now hurt.
imagine spending all that cash just to go 8-4.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't think we'd be so lucky as for that to happen,
Hey
but
man, one could wish.
yeah, it could. Well, we've talked entirely too much about the SEC, but I will say that my dope was going to be that student managers and student videographers have been marked safe from Brian Kelly for the remainder of the season. No chance of anyone being blown
Yeah,
out of a scissor lift at LSU. So, that's a person who not a good human being. I
not a
am
good
not a fan of
human
Brian
being.
Kelly, and
Nope.
he can, you know what? I mean, it's not like he's going to be hurting for money while he's unemployed, but he can be unemployed for a while, and that'd be just fine by me. So that's my dope. I didn't really have a whole lot of dopes. I mean, I guess it is pretty dope. No shade to Iowa State, Brownie, but just how good BYU is. I mean, to go on the road in Ames, be down by 3 scores and win the way they did with a freshman quarterback. I mean, that's freaking impressive. I don't care
Yeah,
what Iowa State's defensive situation is. BYU is a dang good team this year. And it's going to be, I'm going to be surprised if they're not in Arlington, frankly. I'm going to be surprised.
I think honestly they're our best hope now at having a unanimous first bid, like a unanimous first round bye. I
Yeah.
think for college football playoffs, the only way that I can see it hurting is if somehow Texas Tech like if it's them and Texas Tech in the championship game and they lose like a very close game.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think that BYU definitely deserves like a playoff spot just
sure.
by the way that they're playing.
For sure. My cope. Oh my gosh, there's so much to cope in the Big 12. We talked about
So freaking
Kansas, Arizona State. We mentioned Colorado is. Oh my gosh, Colorado's terrible.
not great.
Yeah, not great. I mean, I got to go with the cope that's close to home. TCU fans are so justifiably frustrated right now. I mean, going to West Virginia and escaping with our lives 23-17 against one of the worst teams in P4. I mean, hey, all my love to Coos and Mountaineer Paul, I think they'd agree with me, right? I think they'd agree with me that West Virginia, this is not a good West Virginia team. They're on their 4th-string quarterback. Their defense hasn't stopped a nosebleed. They lost to Ohio this year. Not to say that good teams can't lose to Ohio, Brownie, but they lost to Ohio this year. Okay, we should have rolled these guys, but we're just so undisciplined. Our corners are a disaster. Josh Hoover, I don't know if Josh Hoover, completely got the playbook knocked out of his head on that first drive or what happened. It's so freaking frustrating watching this team because you have justifiably high expectations in Fort Worth. And yes, we won, and that's great. It's better to win than to lose, always. But my God, I mean, it's just so frustrating that this team is not living up to its potential year in and year out. That's my cope. I'm coping.
I mean, I have the same copes. I mean, everybody saw the Rocco Beck interception.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
I mean, legit just threw it straight to a linebacker. Didn't even try.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what happened. I'm saying a serious case of the yips because no shot do you have a guy that's on an option route that sees that the guy went flat and you don't throw that ball into the end zone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, for TCU, Trent Battle deserves his flowers. Trent Battle had an amazing game. If he doesn't recover that onside kick, we lose that ball game 100%. And if just lost his name, Major Everhart doesn't recover Eric McAllister's fumble on that ensuing drive, we lose that ball game. I mean, we were trying our absolute damnedest to lose that game. And, just like at Baylor. I mean, we tried so hard to lose the game against Baylor, a game that we dominated for 3.5 quarters. But
I mean, cut yourself some slack, though. At least it was in Morgantown. I think it'd be scarier if it was at home.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. Yes, we've struggled in Morgantown, but, I said this in my post-game show. Like, this is not the usual Morgantown. I mean, it was the worst broadcast I've ever seen in my life. But that upper deck was not full at all. It was
what upper deck
game. Yeah, I mean, it was like, this was not an insanely hostile environment to be playing in, right?
Yeah.
And there was opportunities to take that game, and we just refused to take it.